In last several years, branding process have been practiced in multiple ways with different areas of focus and priority. And there are hundreds of models people practiced that we can follow. After analyzing aspects of these models, four ruling branding paradigms are identified where most of these practices are based upon. The first ruling paradigm is based on product. The product paradigm represents a product-centered approach to brand management. The second ruling paradigm is projective paradigm. It is the internal resource-based perspective as projective paradigm stresses the internal business resources and competencies as the source of brand meaning. The third ruling paradigm is adaptive paradigm. It resembles the consumer-based approach as the adaptive paradigm stresses the consumer as the source of brand meaning. The fourth ruling paradigm is relational paradigm. It conceptualizes brand management as a dynamic dyadic process in which an interaction between internal creation of brand value and external brand meaning on a strategic level results in a strong and relevant brand equity through an experienced meaningful relation between consumer and brand. Moreover, there are two discriminators found very common in practice which characterize and differentiate the nature and impact of branding practices in different domain of priority and marketing focus. These two key discriminators are based on marketing focus on customer as a center point or marketing focus on brand as a center point. The four ruling paradigms provides a framework to prioritize actionables. To understand this framework in depth, one need to look into this using three different lenses. The very first lens is based on multiple marketing dimensions and gives picture of discriminators, marketing orientation and marketing focus. The second lens reflects the essential basic elements of brand management, which provides information on brand's role, brand's dimension, performance metrics, and management structure needed to execute. Third lens is based on strategy formulation and gives details on strategic orientation and strategic focus. The first aspect we study under lens 1 is about discriminators. The very first rule is if the marketing vision is based on product paradigm, the focus is very low whether it's brand at center or it's customer at center. This means that all marketing focus goes towards product development, keeping product at center as a functional element. The product paradigm represents an approach to branding where the brand is a low strategic priority and the customer is seen as a passive player in brand meaning creation. Whereas the second rule says if the marketing vision is based on projective paradigm, the focus is high towards brand at center and focus is low towards customer at center. This means the brand strategy is perceived as central for the overall strategy of the organization. As per the third rule, if the marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, the focus is low towards brand at center but is high towards customer at center. Here, customer is perceived to be an active and primary co-creator of value. And the fourth rule says if the marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the focus is equal and high whether it's brand as a central element or customer at center point of focus. Here, relationship between brand and consumer is perceived to be key in overall strategy and it is assumed to be active co-creator of the brand. The second important aspect we study under lens 1 is orientation. One should follow tactical orientation in practice if the marketing vision is based on either product paradigm or adaptive paradigm. This approach is generally short term and gives early hike, whereas one should follow strategic orientation in marketing practice if the marketing vision is based on either projective paradigm or relational paradigm. This is a long term approach and aligned to the strategic vision of the company. The third aspect we study under lens 1 is marketing focus. Rule 9 is if the marketing vision is based on product paradigm, the marketing focus should be around marketing mix, where in-depth 4P analysis comes into picture. Brand equity is seen as something created by having the optimal marketing mix. It's more of rational evaluation and implementation. As per Rule 10, if the marketing vision is based on projective paradigm, the marketing focus should be around building a unique brand identity. It's more of corporate oriented approach. The corporate identity is seen as a strategic entity that should be used as a template for the overall business model. Rule 11 is if the marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, the marketing focus should be around brand image. It's about the image brand hold in external environment among external stakeholders. And finally, Rule 12 says when the marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the marketing focus should be around building and maintaining a strong relationship with stakeholders. Here, marketing efforts are directed towards multiple qualitative implementation. The first aspect we study under lens 2 is the way we define the brand and the meaning we associate with that. The first rule is when marketing vision is based on product paradigm, the brand is defined just as a logo, as a legal entity or an instrument. There is no additional emotive meaning behind the brand is found. The second rule is when the marketing vision is based on projective paradigm, the brand is understood as the identity system of the company, hence most of branding activities are linked to the core identity of the company. The third rule is when marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, the brand is defined as the image of the company. It is understood as one of the value addition or the value system of the company. The fourth rule is when marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the brand is defined as an evolving entity, the reflection of a personality or a relationship partner. The second aspect we study under lens 2 is the role brand play in the business conduct and in the overall value system of the company. The rule number 5 is when marketing vision is based on product paradigm, the brand has nothing more than a product centered role where brands support the communication, support advertising and protect it on legal front. Whereas rule 6 says when the marketing vision is based on projective paradigm, the brand display a firm-centered role associated with unilateral creation and sustenance of competitive advantage through differentiation and efficiency. As per Rule 7, when marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, brand has customer-centered role, facilitating decision-making, reducing risk inherent to product acquisition, and providing emotional value. And rule number 8 says when marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, brand play the role of symbolic partner co-configuring the relational domain for firm and customers interaction. Different dimensions on which strategy is based upon is the third aspect we study under lens 2. As per rule number 9, marketing program and brand elements are the dimensions on which strategy is based upon when marketing vision is based on product paradigm. Rule 10 says organizational strategy, brand identity charters, Brand elements and marketing program are the dimension on which strategy is based upon when marketing vision is based on projective paradigm. As per Rule 11, brand image, brand elements, and marketing programs are the dimensions on which strategy is based upon when marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm. And rule number 12 says organizational strategy, brand identity charters, brand elements, brand image, brand history, and marketing programs are the dimensions on which strategy is based when marketing vision is based on relational paradigm. The fourth aspect we study under lens 2 is the base of performance matrix. As per Rule 13, when marketing vision is based on product paradigm, the performance metrics are based on product and measured on financial perspectives. Rule 14 says when the marketing vision is based on projective paradigm, the performance matrix is based on brand and measured on the perspective of internal value system. Rule 15 is when the marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, the performance matrix is based on customers' perception and measured on customers' perspective. Rule 16 says when marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the performance matrix is based on business process and measured on balanced scorecard. The fifth aspect we study under lens 2 is the management structure in different settings, where rule 17 to 20 comes into the picture. When the marketing vision is based on product paradigm, projective paradigm, and adaptive paradigm, the management structure is functional. Whereas when the marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the management structure is based on customer management. The first aspect we study under lens 3 is about strategic orientation. Here the first rule is when the marketing vision is based on either product paradigm or projective paradigm, the strategic orientation should be around development of internal resources and internal stakeholders. Whereas as per rule number 2, when the marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, the strategic orientation should be around development of external resources and external stakeholders. And finally, rule 3 says if the marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the strategic orientation goes towards development of both internal and external resources and stakeholders. The second aspect we study under lens 3 is about strategic focus. Rule 4 is when the marketing vision is based on product paradigm, the strategic focus should be towards product development. Here is all about rationalizing the 4P and accordingly position the product in targeted segments. Fifth rule is when marketing vision is based on projective paradigm, the strategic focus is on development of internal resources and internal capabilities. The consequence of this is that value and brand meaning are found internally. In this paradigm, competitiveness of the business is based on organization's ability to find its own internal strength and cultivate them with the purpose of creating a unique business culture and unique competencies difficult to imitate. Rule 6 is when the marketing vision is based on adaptive paradigm, the context in which the product is consumed and in-depth study of consumer behavior are the area of strategic focus. And finally, rule 7 is when the marketing vision is based on relational paradigm, the strategic focus is towards integrating customers with company at multiple points of contact, involving them into different interactive activities.